Fun season to go undefeated in the regular season. We had one tie. We got some nice hardware up here. It's been a little bit. It's 2018 last time we brought this one home. So it's going to be fun to get that engraved and the memories that come with that. We've got some little brothers from that team who are still here with us. So it's becoming a family affair for Gleasons and Fitzgeralds to bring this stuff home. We started the season by thumping Oaks, which is a pretty rare feat. We beat CCA. We were up 5-1 at halftime, and they tied it at 5 with a handful of minutes left, and Judah in stoppage time was able to find a way to hit the net to beat them. And there's a lot of little things like that. We just kept rolling and finished up the season 7-0-1, which is pretty amazing what these young guys are capable of. They're exceptional young men. We talk all the time that I don't care much about the soccer players they become, but we care very much about the husbands and fathers and church members and employees that they could become down the road. And they've been through a lot this season. We had a lot of close calls. We dominated the standings, but I don't know that it was that wide open. We had a lot of adversity and had to deal with some selfishness and the way we were playing. And they responded exceptionally well. This might be the most spiritual team I've ever coached. These guys would pray together in the van on the way to practice. They'd pray out together on the way home from practice. And they would see an ambulance and pray together. We had one game this year against a team that was pretty frustrating for us. And their attitudes. And we got into the van after the game, and all the guys were kind of complaining, how do they survive life with those types of attitudes? And so I was like, everybody at once, you get 30 seconds to get all your complaints out, and then we're done with it. And we let it go. And they all started yelling and hollering all their complaints, and it was actually pretty funny. The guys were laughing, and they kind of naturally got quiet as everyone kind of finished their rant. And we had a young man in the back of the van. I go, all right, guys, now that we've got to rant, now we need to pray. And they prayed for those young men that we had just beat, but we're frustrated by their character. And I don't know what that's worth, but don't care much about the soccer players they become. But they're becoming the kind of men we need. And that's what we like to talk about. Our culture is desperate for good men, very desperate. And these guys, all of them, every one of them is more than capable of being the men that we need. And it's exciting to see. I'm just really proud of them. We got the gold ball. Obviously, we lost the championship on Saturday. And then we're in the gym after that. And they're announcing the season awards, and these guys won the League Sportsmanship Award.
Cool. Yeah.
Woo! Yeah!
It's pretty rare to have a team that goes undefeated win the gold ball and also the Sportsmanship Award. It often, in some ways, becomes a consolation prize for the team at the bottom of the standings who had good character because they lost every game and there was nothing for them to be mad about. But for a team that beat everybody and then everybody else in the league say, we like those guys, like we like playing them, we look up to them, it is wildly exceptional.
Yeah.
I don't know that in my time I've seen a gold ball paired with the Sportsmanship Award. And it's a huge testament to them and their character. It's a huge testament to the parents that are sitting here, the staff at the school. You guys are raising some exceptional young men. And then Saturday happened. We made it to the championship against a team we know we're better than. And it wasn't our day, and that's okay. I just want to share a little bit about that. We went down 1-0. We tied it. I think we were tied at halftime still.
Yeah.
2-1. We were up 2-1 at halftime. Sent him back out, and as a soccer coach, there's not a lot I can do after halftime. I can yell a few things and do a few substitutions, but the worst part of soccer is there's no timeouts. I feel like I could change a lot of games with 1 second half timeout. So what I did, I just prayed, as we all do when we're desperate and you're watching young men lose a soccer game. But I was praying for him. I don't think I realized it in the moment. But partway through that second half, the Holy Spirit whispered to me to store up treasures in heaven. And after the game, we got to talk about, it's good to win. It's good to pursue good things. But in the end, the trophy burns. It is not an eternal trophy. It's something that lasts for a little bit right now, and it's then gone forever. We got to talk about what that means. Like, life is hard sometimes. You don't get what you want, even when you put in the necessary work to get it. And as I processed that Saturday night, and I woke up at like 6 a.m. on Sunday morning and thought about nothing but soccer. And I'm not necessarily prophesying this or anything, but I was thinking about it, and what I think happened is, I think God looked at that soccer field and saw a group of young men with soft hearts and said, like, I need to teach them. Like, they need to go through something hard so that they can learn and grow. And I don't know that God determines the outcome of athletic events. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But I think God gave us something hard to chew on because they're ready. They're ready for life. They're ready for adulthood. They're ready to be the men of God that they're being called to be. And soccer has been a great avenue for them to learn that. So, exceptionally proud of them.
Well done, guys.